Hey everyone, welcome today to Indian Story Read Along. We're going to read an illustrated storybook today. It's called Mama Saris. It is by Pooja Makhijani and illustrated by Elena Gomez. Mama Saris. Okay, so first there's an author's note. She says, when I was a child, my friends and I used to pull out our mother's fancy clothes and play dress up. I remember all of us trying on hats and shawls and scarves and gloves, falling over in leather pumps and getting tangled in colorful costume jewelry, and putting on red lipstick that always landed on our chins, and pink blush that frequently found its way to our noses. For me, it was my mother's saris, her dress-up clothes that were captivating. There were every color you can imagine, apricot, olive green, sepia, and had names like Baluchari, saris woven with animals and kings and scenes from Indian myths, Banarasi, timeless silks from the northern city of Varanasi, Kalamkari, hand-painted saris, Kanta, quilted saris, and Zardozi, saris embroidered with real gold. She wore them only for special occasions, unlike her mother or mother-in-law, for whom the sari was an everyday garment. And that's exactly how it is in my family. I only wear it for special occasions or going to the temple, and for my mother-in-law and my mom, it was every day. Same with my grandmothers. So on birthdays, Diwali, Hindu New Year, family weddings, and trips to the temple, my mother would take out the bag, her bindis, and her bangles and wrap herself in yards of material. Since her saris were too much for me to handle, I would instead steal her dupattas, decorative scarves that she mixed and matched with various outfits, and draped them the way I thought a sari would be arranged. This compromise sufficed until I was tall enough to wear her saris, and finally old enough to buy my own. I wrote Mama Saris after realizing that my own fascination with my mother's fancy clothes was not unique. It seemed as if each of my female friends, regardless of ethnicity or age, remembers being captivated by her mother's grown-up clothes. By dressing up like their mothers and emulating everything else that they did, they would be just as beautiful too. And that is exactly how I felt about my mom's clothes. Mama Saris. Mama, when can I wear a sari? I jump onto my mother's bed and sit down. I watch her reach under the bed and pull out a leather suitcase. Inside are her saris, the yellow satin one she wore for Uma Didi's baby shower, the peach-colored one that is as fine as a spider's web, and my favorite, her red wedding sari, which I have only seen once because it is carefully wrapped in an old bedsheet. When you get older, she says, unzipping the suitcase and putting it on the bed. But I'm 7 today, and we're having a party, I say. That's why you're wearing one. There she is, looking at the suitcase coming out from under the bed. Mama only takes out her suitcase on special occasions. Nanima wears a sari, that's her grandmother, Nanima, wears a sari every day, even when she sleeps. The folds and nooks of Nanima's saris hold lots of secrets. I always find coins tied into the ends and safety pins fastened on the inside. That's totally it. There's always something hidden somewhere on there. And I smell the scent of cardamom and sandalwood soap all over. What my mom used to do to make them smell nice is every time we had an old soap packet, like an old soap box, whether it was sandalwood or something from the West, she would always keep it in her drawers so the smell would come onto the saris. Mama flips open the top of the suitcase. I open my eyes wider and try to soak up all the colors. Will you help me choose one to wear? She asks. Yes, I say. Maybe after we have decided on hers, I can pick out one for me. How about this one? She holds up a purple sari to her cheek. Mama, you'll look like an eggplant, I laugh. Man, I have that color too. This one? Mama unfolds a black chiffon sari that shimmers like the nighttime sky. No, you wore that for Devi Masi's anniversary party, for one of their aunt, Masi. I can't believe you remember that. I always remember the saris my mother wears. For Diwali, she was wrapped in a lavender sari. The first time Nanima came to visit, she wore a magenta one with a herd of galloping deer embroidered on it. That's what you can see. Look at that page. Isn't that page nice? It's exactly like the sari. It's like it was written on top of the sari. Look at that with the embroidery at the bottom. I think Mama looks so pretty when she wears her saris. They are so different from the gray sweaters and brown pants that she wears to work every day. What about this one? I point to a sari that I don't think I've seen before. It is orange like fire with edges that look like they have been dipped in red paint. I wore that sari the day we brought you home from the hospital. Mama smiles. All your aunties and uncles came to greet you. Wear it again today. Mama unfurls it. It shines like the afternoon sun. I watch her tuck one end into her petticoat and pull the other end over her left shoulder. Then she folds the pleats, weaving the fabric into an accordion between her slim fingers. It's hard for anyone to imagine this if they haven't worn a sari or if they don't know how to put one on. But when you know, or when you've watched it happen so many times, you understand exactly how the author is describing this. I look down at my Mary Jane's and corduroy jumper. I feel so plain next to her. Why can't I wear a sari? I ask. You know saris are for grown-ups, she says. Even if I fold the sari several times, it will spill off your shoulders and get tangled around your ankles. How will you walk or play on your new swing set? But you never let me do anything, I say. Yesterday, you said I couldn't wear silver party shoes to school, even though you wear high heels to work every day. Why don't you wear your chania choli? Mama suggests, holding the tight blouse and flowing skirt that hang in her closet. You told me all the mirrors on the skirt make you feel like a princess. No, I am old enough to wear a sari, just like you, I say. I don't need a nightlight anymore, and I can pour my own glass of milk in the morning without spilling anything. Look at exactly how I was. No, I don't want to do that. I don't like it. I want something else. She's 7 years old. They might make small saris nowadays, but I'm not sure. Short ones for little girls. Mama is silent for a long time. Then she says, I remember the first time I wore one of Nanima's saris. It made me feel like a big girl. Please, Mama, let me pick out a sari, I whisper. I know which one I want to wear. Well, you are getting taller, and we could use lots of safety pins to secure all the tucks and pleats. Mama puts her arms around me. Yes, you can wear a sari, but just today because it's your birthday. Can I wear one again on my 8th birthday? I say. By then I'll be as tall as you. Mama laughs. She sits beside her suitcase and begins to show me the saris one by one. Soon there is only one at the bottom of the bag. That's it, I say. It's blue with gold flowers that dance along the border. Stand up on the bed, she tells me. She wraps the fabric around me again and again. I try to look at myself in the mirror. Wait, you're not ready yet, she says, grabbing my hands and squeezing them tightly. She pulls out a heart-shaped tin from her closet. Inside are her fancy bangles. Mama slides 6 gold bangles onto my left arm. They are so big. When I put my arm down, they fall, jingling as they hit the floor. We'll have to ask Nanima to send new bangles to match this sari, Mama teases. Can I look in the mirror now? I ask. Just one more thing, she says. Mama opens the top drawer of her dresser and takes out a small box. Inside, stuck to the little squares of plastic, are bindis in many different colors and shapes. Circles, diamonds, and teardrops. She removes a glittery one and sticks it right between my eyebrows. Now you can look, she says, beaming. Look at her, she feels so happy and pretty. I lean over to the mirror, gathering the sari carefully. So what do you think? She asks. I feel like I am floating in an ocean of blue. The shiny material makes me sparkle. I think it looks beautiful. I run my fingers along the edge of my sari and turn to look into Mama's big brown eyes. Look, isn't that pretty? The end. What a lovely story. It sure reminded me of my mom getting dressed with her all the time. This has been, so let me show you the front cover again. Mama's Saris. The author is Pooja Makhijani and it is illustrated by Elena Gomez. Thanks a lot for joining us for this sweet little story on Indian Story Read Along. We hope that you will come back soon and join us again for our next story. Thanks so much.